Hello, everybody. My name is Tom Quinlan, and today I'm talking to Lynda, one of the clients of ALHomecare, about her experience of having a live-in care for her relative from ALHomecare. Hello, Lynda. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Tom. And yourself?
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, Lynda. So,
Yeah, no
Lynda,
trouble.
what were the circumstances that led you to contact ALHomecare in the first place?
Well, unfortunately, my dad, he was widowed, sorry, I suppose about 2 years ago. He's quite a young man, like he's now currently only 72. So he was living on his own. He's widowed for the second time, actually. And I suppose it's just we're not really sure with COVID and everything settling in. There wasn't anybody really seeing him every single day, and his health started deteriorating. He started having more falls. He was ending up in hospital an awful lot more. He was in hospital, I think, for maybe 50% of this year. He was just like every time I call up to him, he had a new fall. He was too young to go into nursing home. He didn't want to go into nursing home. Um, he wanted to be his home. He was very independent, very sociable, loved having people over for a cup of tea and just loved going places. So actually, AL Home Care were actually recommended to me from a friend of mine whose mum is a nurse. So she'd actually heard. So that's how we heard of AL Home Care. Um, and I suppose yeah, my dad just health deteriorating, didn't want to go to nursing home, wanted a companionship company at home, didn't need a full time nurse, just needed a carer, I suppose. So yeah,
You
I
gave
hope
us a
that
call.
answers everything. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely, yes.
perfect. Thanks, Linda. And Linda, what difference then did it make in your dad's life and in your family's life to have a live-in care from ALHomecare?
I can't even. It, unbelievable, unbelievable difference. Reason being, myself and my sister would have our mobile right beside us at night time in case my dad had a fall and we had to go over and pick him up at the floor or bring him to hospital or whatever. Like he was just a very weak person. He was a very high fall risk. So AL Home Care actually provided us with an unbelievable home care. Um, who was a living presence at night time with my dad and actually worked with my dad during the day for whatever number of hours, the agreed hours. And he was just security in the apartment at night time. During the day, my dad loved playing poker, loved playing cards, loved having the crack. So he actually made a new friend by this care. And there's still, unfortunately, my dad is now in a nursing home because his medical conditions progressed quite significantly. And so he's now full time in a nursing home where he now does need full time medical care. But the AL home care carer that was provided actually still calls down to visit my dad twice a week, plays a game of poker with him. So he's now made friends with him, you know what I mean? And just my dad really, really good quality of life now and has more friends, I suppose. So
Fantastic.
huge, huge difference to my life, my sister's life, my dad's life. Yes.
Great, Linda. Delighted. And Linda, what advice would you give to a family that might be struggling right now with the care needs of an elderly relative?
I'll be honest, I'm sure there's a lot of people like this. We were very apprehensive of having a stranger as such going in to mind my dad and how would my dad like it. And it was a big decision to make to let somebody come in and a responsibility for them to look after your loved one, I suppose. Um, from going from my experience, I can actually only recommend it. Um, and you will know straight off whether this person's going to be a fit in your family, whether it's very important for not just the person being cared for to get on with the carer. It's also very important for the family to like them as well and to trust them as well. Um, I would have absolutely no hesitation in contacting AL Home Care again or recommending them if a need arose, I suppose. It is a big step. It is a big step, but it's definitely one worth taking and one myself and my sister do not regret having taken.
Hmm.
It meant we actually got to have my dad home maybe for 6 months longer than we would have had him home. He was in his home environment. He was happier. Um, so yeah, only but positives from my experience and my sister's experience too.
Great, Linda. Fantastic. Well, Linda, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. And I'm sure the families who are listening and watching will get a lot of reassurance from this. And I wish you and your family the very best. And I hope your dad gets on very well in the nursing home.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thanks
Thanks,
a lot.
Lynda. Take care of
All right.
yourself. God
Okay. Take
bless.
care. Thanks,
Bye.
Tom. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.